wanna kick it with my girl today. I used to be commander in chief on my pimp ship flying high. Till I met this pretty little miss who shot me out the sky. Oh, shot me out the sky. Captain on crash, don't know what happened, but
Hey, so it's been a while since I've actually come and just talked to you guys. I've been doing a lot of vlogging and just kind of dibbling and dabbling in that world. But this video has kind of been really on my heart, and I was just kind of waiting for the right time to come and talk to you guys. And there's no better time than the present, so let's chat. So what I wanted to talk to everyone about, or the world, or I don't know, just put my little 2 cents out there, is just how much of our lives we are giving to others. So this is my Subscribe to Life campaign, and what I'm doing is challenging my viewers, anyone who has any influence from me, to subscribe to their own lives. And what that means is, so how many of you have Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, and there's so many different platforms where we watch other people live their lives. Who was up at 6 a.m. watching the royal wedding? Guilty. I was. You're watching other people enjoy their moments, enjoy their lives, do all these things. Even when it comes to influencers and Instagrammers and vloggers, or whatever these people on social media are called, you're watching them live their own life and do all these amazing things in their lives. And if we put that same energy into our own lives, our own personal vendettas, to say, then the sky is absolutely the limits. So I am challenging everyone out there to subscribe to their own life, to put that energy in their own life, to watch their own life blossom, to watch their own life kind of evolve, in front of their eyes. And that's one of the reasons I actually do YouTube. I love YouTube because it allows me to see where I was, where I've been, my entire evolution as a person, as a mother, as a content giver. YouTube allows me to do that. So that's one of the reasons why I do YouTube, is because I've chosen to subscribe to my own life and kind of share it with the world. And then also it gives me the ability to go back and watch and see, where I've been, where I've come from, the different battles and things that I've gone through on my own watch. And so many people have come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, Renee, your life is totally different than what it was, a couple years ago. And of course a lot of people say, well, it's because you're married. And no, people really didn't start paying attention to me until I got married. But me being on my grind and my hustle is what attracted my husband. So it definitely wasn't him that changed my life and changed me. It was me becoming a hermit and kind of just putting into my own life, just taking all the energy from all these other places and all these other things that I was doing, and just putting out into the universe and putting all that, and being selfish. I would always say, this is my selfish time. I'm focusing on Renee, my career, my children, my home, my credit, my hair, my nails, my skin, everything. I'm focusing on myself, and I really was just bump what other people think, what other people say, other people's ideas about me, or what they felt. I didn't care anymore, and I rarely ever cared, honestly. But it got to a level where I was just you either for me or you're not. But if you're not, then okay, you're not really gonna stop this train. And things in my life started to change. My career started to change. People are always like, how did you get there? How are you, you have your own clinic, and you went to paramedic school, and you did all this other stuff, where all these people are steadfast and they still aren't moving, aren't going anywhere in their career. So how did we start in the same spot and you ended up here and I'm still, treading water trying to make it? I subscribe to my life. or how, did you meet this man and date him, and then you guys end up getting married and you just have this beautiful life together. I subscribe to my own life. Or, the children are blossoming, they're growing, they have great grades. My son is in 8th grade, going to high school next year with straight A's, like honor roll, not even 1B. He has straight A's. How? I subscribe to my own life, and me subscribing to my life was investing and feeding and, putting into them as well. So I am asking everyone, like, I have so much like in my head. I'm trying to like get it out, because I promise you that if you, and I'm not saying get rid of your social media. I hate people who do that. Like, I have a girlfriend. I love her to pieces. Loving. But she always deletes her social media like every couple months, and it drives me crazy, because social media is not the enemy. Social media is not what's hindering you. It's not. You just have to put into yourself. You just have to, invest in you. You have to go after those dreams. I get so many emails about the military, and I'm just like, ladies, men, whoever, guys, go out there and do it. Start having those conversations. Start writing down what you want to do. Start making strides to get you there. Like, one thing that I did, I love to write things down. I have like 4 active planners. It's crazy. But I like to write things down and check them off as I go. So if I have a goal of something that I want to do, and it's attainable, and it's something that I can control, I'm going to write down my list. Okay, this, and this is going to get me there. And once they start happening, I am going to check them off. Now, you don't have to do what I do, but you have to figure out, what is the bigger picture? Like, what is success for you? What does that look like? Because for me, personally, success is what I have now. And I'm not saying that it's like I'm content and I'm just not going to go after anything else. But I have a good career. I have a good husband. My children are good. We have a nice home. I am able to do the things that I love. I do YouTube. My husband has his own business. Like, we are individuals who have created a life together, but we both still have our individual goals that we're reaching for, and we push each other to get there. And that is what success looks like for me. I still have goals. I still want to complete my RN. I still want to buy a house, but I'm waiting till I'm done with Uncle Sam before I buy a house. But, I have things. We're still raising our children. Like, we have young children still. Like, we have elementary and middle, and then a high schooler. So we, still have a lot to do. But success for me in my own right is this. Is having more happy days, more good days than bad days. That is what success looks like for me. Is to be able to go to the movies or go on a trip. I just came back from Chicago. Guys, I will link that down below. If you didn't watch it, you need to, because it was a really fun trip. But, my cousin was just like, hey, you want to go to Chicago? I was like, yeah. And I booked my trip. So that is what success is for me, because there was a time when I wasn't able to do that. No. Not at all. Like, not even close. So success for me is just to be able to get up and go. Is to be able to help others out. Is to be able to know that my bills are paid, but I can also take my kids to the movies and to the mall and buy them a pair of shoes or anything like that. That is what success is for me. I don't need a mansion. I don't need millions in the bank. I just want to be comfortable and be happy. That's what success is for me. But it's different for everyone. So you have to realize what success is for you and go get it. I always tell my kids, like, nothing is going to be given to you. You got to go out there and you got to get it. And that's what I mean when I say subscribing to your life. Instead of being so indulged, like overly indulged in what other people are doing in their lives and in the success that other people are doing. Because I admit, I love to watch these what are they called? Instagrammers, YouTubers, whatever. I love to watch them on their nice trips and, coming out with all these products and beauty products and all this and getting all these views. Like, I'm happy if I get like 10 views. I'm like, yes, like somebody watched my video. But I also watched them and like, oh, that looks like fun. That would be great. That's a great time. That's a great life. But you can't get so overly indulged in what they're doing that you forget what you're doing, because you got to take out of your mind's eye someone else's success and someone else what their life is like, and kind of get tunnel vision on your own. And social media has made it so difficult because you have to think people only put out the good stuff. And I remember one time when I was vlogging, and like me and my husband, you know, we had some words back and forth or whatever, and I didn't vlog that part, and he was like, get the camera, you gotta show them all this. And I was just like, okay. So, you know, social media, you're able to cut out the bad days and the bad part. I can be in my pajamas, which I have pajama pants on. I could be in my pajamas with my head tied up and no makeup on, and zits and pimples and whatever, crust in my eyeball, but post a glamorous, beautiful picture, and you think that that's what the life is, you know, and it's just not all the time. So people only give on social media what they want. They give you the pieces of their life that they choose to give. So just because you're having struggles, or you're trying to make it, or you're at the tough part of the journey, does not mean that you won't ever see the other side of it. And it really bothers me, guys, because now that I'm married, it's like my life before does not matter ever. Like it doesn't matter. 2 times from 2 different people, 2 different instances, it was told to me, oh, it doesn't matter because you're married now. Like I was trying to give some like advice, you know, single mother type of, it was like, it don't marry, blah, 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 blah. See, I can't even say it because it didn't make sense. It doesn't matter because you're married now. And I was just like, so we just gonna pretend like I was a single mom for 14 years? No. We just gonna pretend like rock bottom for me was not living in a 1-bedroom apartment with my 2 children working at a daycare for $8 an hour. We're gonna act like I didn't live that life. I was like, I can't accept that. I can't accept that my voice no longer matters in the single mother community or the struggling community or someone who's going through community because I'm married now. I said, no, I can't accept that. And if I have to defend like my place in these conversations, that I will, because I am not someone who just woke up and married my high school sweetheart and never got my heart broken and was never a single mom and never didn't have 2 pennies to rub together and drank water for dinner. Like, I was that person. So I'm not going to pretend now that I'm on the other side of that and have found true love that I can't have these conversations, because I would like to think that I am am an example of that it can happen. It can happen. You know, I didn't even expect this to happen. Like, I was A-okay with being single. I was good. And then he came along and I was like, yes, okay, somebody pray for me because I wasn't praying for myself. But I'm just saying, you know, you can't count people out, and no matter what place of your journey you are in, you have to know that there is light at the other side of the tunnel. And I love that it's darkest before the dawn, because not only is it true, if you look out, it's really dark before the sun starts to come up, but it's true. So it's that moment when you feel like you just can't get through and everything is happening. And you know, I remember I lost my house, I lost my job, I had to move in with my mom, like I lost everything. I had these kids holding on to me, everything, you know, and that was right before the light bulb in my mind went off, and I was like, you know what, I have got to start investing in myself. I've stopped letting these people come into my life, females, males, friends, cousins, family, you know, co-workers, whomever, coming in my life and just being detrimental to it, just completely setting off all these chain reactions of events that are just dragging me down. And that's when I start plucking people out of my life, and they didn't like it. People still don't like it. People still don't like the fact that I do not deal with them. And it's just because you have to get rid of the dead weight. You have to subscribe to your own life. You have to invest in yourself. You have to love yourself enough to walk away. Walk away from anything and everything that's holding you back. And even if it's yourself. So sometimes you have to have honest, I cannot talk. Oh my goodness. You have to have honest conversations with yourself. And I remember just sitting down and talking to myself and saying, okay, look. So one, this can't be life. We're not going to live like this. Like, life is too short for you to be unhappy, to be crying every day, to be upset, to be hurt, to be, this is just not it. This is not the vision that we have for ourselves. So you got to go out there and you got to do some unconventional stuff to get some unconventional results. And that's what I did. I actually started talking to recruiters and joined the military. And I'm not saying that the military is the option, ladies. I'm saying that for me, I wanted that stability. I wanted something different. I was just in all these finance jobs, and that's not what my heart was. I walked away from great jobs to go back to school because I wanted to be in the medical field. So I decided to, you know what? I had the opportunity to let me go. And I went, and I loved it, and I'm here now. But all of that went from me having hard conversations with myself and saying, look, you wasted a lot of time on a lot of lames, and now you got these children, and it's going to be harder now. It's harder now than it was 10 years ago when it was just you and you were, in high school or whatever. You made some decisions, Renee, me, that you have to deal with. And I did, and I decided to stop making excuses and to just pick up my life and start driving it myself. So I subscribed to my own life, and it was before social media and before all of this. I think we had MySpace back then, but it was before all this stuff started taking off, and you could actually look into someone else's life and see what they wanted you to see, but a glimpse of what their life was, the glam of it all. Before you began to idolize different people, and I was able to hustle and bustle and knock life out the park for myself. And now I'm challenging you guys to do that too. I'm challenging you to put down, I'm not saying put down social media, guys, because I love it. I do. But I'm saying the energy that you put into all these other people and things and all this stuff around you, put that into your own life. Like, you got to start driving your own bus. You got to put all your fears, all your ambition, your drive, your goals, your obstacles, your stumbling blocks, put all that stuff in the back seat, and you got to drive your own life. And you got to put that energy into yourself. You got to subscribe to you, because no one else is going to do it. Like, honestly, no one else is going to do it. Everyone is trying to hustle and bustle, and yes, we have support systems, and yes, there's people that love us, but you got to do it for you. You got to take charge of your own life for you. So guys, that's all I had to say. Like, I know that's a lot, but it's just been in my spirit, like, so heavy to have this conversation with my viewers, anyone who watches my channel, like anyone who just needs a moment. Like, sometimes you just gotta shake people. You gotta shake them. Look, let me try to shake this. You gotta shake people and be like, okay, now look. This what we ain't gonna do no more. This what we gonna do now. And let's get it. Let's get this life. So, guys, I wish you the best. Please like and subscribe. And, yeah, I mean, let's kick butt together. Like, it's worth it. You only get one life. Life is too short. We see all this, like, very sad things that are going on. You only get one life. So let's just make our life awesome. And you have to subscribe to you to do that. You got to invest in yourself. You got to, like, pluck out the weeds and put that energy that you're putting into everyone else around you. You got to put that into you. And then things will change. So, thanks, guys. I love talking to you guys, and thank you guys for spending this few minutes with me and chatting. So, bye.